Welcome back to Fame Frame, your front row seat to the icons, legends, and timeless forces of Hollywood. And today, we're zeroing in on the one and only Winona Ryder, a name synonymous with mystery, beauty, rebellion, and pure cinematic magic. For over 3 decades, Winona has been more than just a movie star. She's been a cultural compass, a fashion renegade, and a symbol of unapologetic individuality. From her early days turning heads in Beetlejuice and Heathers, to unforgettable performances in Edward Scissorhands, Bram Stoker's Dracula, and Girl, Interrupted, she defined an era and left an imprint that refuses to fade. But now, in 2025, it's not just nostalgia keeping her name alive. It's her undeniable presence in a fresh wave of appearances that has fans, fashion critics, and photographers all saying the same thing. Winona Ryder still shows it all. But don't misunderstand. It's not about skin or scandal. It's about style, soul, and that effortless cool only she can embody. Whether she's stepping onto a red carpet in a velvet black gown, strolling through the streets in a thrift store chic trench coat, or posing for an editorial spread that oozes old Hollywood meets modern goth, Winona delivers the kind of energy that grabs attention without asking for it. She's not trying to fit in, she never did. And that's why she still stands out. These latest photos have fans in a frenzy, not because she's reinvented herself, but because she hasn't needed to. She shows up with the same energy that defined the 90s. It's that smoldering stare, the dark tousled hair, the effortlessly cool posture, and yet, somehow, it feels as fresh as ever. It's proof that true icons don't chase trends, they outlast them. And let's talk about that look. It's not overstyled or overly polished. It's raw, real, and undeniably Winona. She rocks layered vintage pieces with the same confidence she wore haute couture on the Oscars carpet in the late 90s. She pairs a bold lip with an intense gaze, and suddenly, a single photo feels like a statement. And that's what fans are responding to. This isn't just a celebrity stepping out. It's a masterclass in lasting influence. The way she carries herself, with grace that's tinged in edge, tells a bigger story. It says, I've been through it. I've evolved. And I'm still here, stronger, sharper, and more myself than ever. Because beyond the fashion, beyond the flashbulbs, Winona Ryder represents resilience. She's had her share of turbulence, tabloid chaos, career pauses, and personal challenges, but like every true legend, she returns, not with a need to prove herself, but simply by existing in her own truth. That's rare in an era of constant oversharing and performative perfection. While most stars are caught in a never-ending loop of curated content and personal exposure, Winona remains one of the few who still maintains her mystique. She doesn't need to flood social media to stay relevant. One photo, one appearance, one quiet smile, and suddenly the industry takes notice. And let's not forget the younger generation. Thanks to her fiercely emotional turn as Joyce Byers in Stranger Things, she's become a fan favorite all over again, introducing millions of new viewers to the raw talent and compelling screen presence she's always had. And yet, for longtime fans who've followed her since Reality Bites, Mermaids, or even Lucas, it's not surprising. She's always had that rare quality. She doesn't act like a star. She feels like one. Natural. Intuitive. Unfiltered. She can say more with a glance than most can with a monologue. That kind of emotional depth, paired with her fashion sense and her refusal to follow the Hollywood rulebook, is why her recent photos feel like a revelation. Not because she's changed, but because she hasn't lost any of that raw, effortless allure. In a world that celebrates constant reinvention, Winona reminds us of the power of consistency, of owning who you are, scars and all, and leaning into your story instead of running from it. She shows it all not just through her style, but through her energy, an energy that whispers, I've lived, I've learned, and I don't need your validation. That's why she continues to enchant. She's not chasing attention, it finds her. Her beauty is the kind that doesn't scream. It smolders. It's not about being trendy, it's about being timeless. So whether you've been a loyal fan since the VHS days or just caught the Ryder fever in the streaming era, one thing is crystal clear. Winona Ryder isn't just still relevant. She's still reigning. From Hollywood's most exclusive parties to those quiet, unguarded paparazzi shots that somehow feel like art, Winona doesn't just show up. She shows us what it means to endure, to evolve, and to remain unmistakably iconic. Stick around, Fame Framers, because if Winona Ryder's recent resurgence is any indication, the best may be yet to come, and you already know we'll be watching every moment.